Hello and welcome everybody to my first impressions of the second installment of Assassin's Creed Chronicles India. As you can see, this is, well, as I said, this is the second installment of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles series of games, I suppose. And this one takes place in India, if it isn't fairly obvious. First of all, I'm going to take a look at the options menu. Can we do that from here? No, we can't. Okay. Go back to the main menu. Now, this is by... I actually forget the name of the company. Okay, that's a bit embarrassing. By Climax Studios, of course under Ubisoft. First, take a look at the graphics options. There aren't any. There's 3. In what alternative universe do you think 3 is acceptable? Even in a 2D game? No. Extras, there's that. Disgraceful. Settings, okay. You can turn off subtitles. Language, American English, and... where's real English? Okay, so it pissed me off already. Different volume sliders, though. There's a plus there. Brightness and subtitles on or off. Turn them off. Actually, sorry. For the purposes of this video, we will turn them on, because people like subtitles. Okay, let's talk about the game itself. If we continue game here, it's going to take a second to load in. The game is basically a 2D stealth platformer. I'm going to... can I skip through this? Yes, I can. Okay. Basically, it is very, very similar to Mark of the Ninja, if you remember that game. Mark of the Ninja was... actually, I have no idea how to get... Is he going to tell me? No, I just need to press A for Leap of Faith. Okay. I'm coming from Assassin's Creed Syndicate into this, and we'll talk about that as well. The Assassin's Creed games have been coming out very, very fast and furious, and, well, while I don't necessarily have a problem with that, I don't exactly have the time to play everything. I still haven't finished Syndicate, and I'll understand a lot of people might feel the same. However, it has been a decent amount of time since Syndicate was initially released, and...
identify yourself.
well, if there's a market for these things, then fair enough, I suppose. I need to get rid of this body. As you can see there, you tend, in this game at least, you tend to jump between the foreground and the background a lot, something you didn't really do in Mark of the Ninja. And if I had to compare it to anything, that is like a very, very good comparison. I'm going to restart the checkpoint. I kind of failed at this. Unlike the AAA Assassin's Creed games, here, besides being 2D, everything is very clear from a stealth perspective, and the game really does push the entire stealth perspective thing. It does have combat mechanics, much like Mark of the Ninja, but these combat mechanics are there to sort of get you out of a crisis you put yourself in. Not the focus of the game at all. You are not meant to be fighting here. The true core aspect of the game comes from...
who's there?
Comes from the stealth mechanic. As you can see, you can hide behind these pillars in the background, and I'm about to get spotted, aren't I?
Help! Raise the alarm!
That's pretty much the extent of the combat system, and I'm about to get killed. I realise that. I just want to show you. Yep. You also don't start off with a lot of health. Usually 2 hits, even 1 hit in some areas, aren't enough to kill you. Now, again, I'm hesitant on not showing any story spoilers. It is basically about an assassin who falls in love with a princess and has to do assassin business as well, i.e. stopping the Templars. I haven't seen way too much of the story, but have seen enough of it, I suppose. 2 varieties of takedowns, lethal and non-lethal, depending on your choice, I suppose. There are maybe some deeper consequences as well, but I haven't seen any. So, besides that, is there anything else? that really needs to be mentioned. As you can see, jumping between the foreground and the background is fairly aggressive at times, and maybe the only thing I don't really like about the game from what I've seen of it thus far. Because you see that it is good, don't get me wrong, I like it. I like that the game is not 2D, the game's 2.5D. However, you do need to learn to think in the language of the game, if you know what I mean. There are some places where it looks like you should be able to go to, but you can't, and there are some places that it looks like you can't go to, but you can. So okay, I didn't do anything, and it just sort of leapt me, I suppose, to this place, which is a bit weird. Also, you might think, well, here's what I'm thinking. See the ledge that's, I guess, closer to the camera? I can't go there. I can't get to that ledge. It looks like I can. I know that I can't after playing a bit with the game, but I guess it requires a certain way of thinking, I suppose, let's call it. Actually, I may be able to get to that ledge. I might be completely lying to you, but there are places like that where you can't get to. Okay. Whereas in the AAA version, well, AAA version, no, in the AAA Assassin's Creed titles, you can pretty much go most places you can see. You have a lot more freedom of movement. Here, you're a bit more restricted, which is absolutely reasonable and honestly to be expected, but still, I feel worth mentioning.
Haven't you been paying attention to the orders we've been getting down from the Major? No one must enter here.
Guards will apparently not notice dashing between pillars, which...
He's on edge, so something must be happening.
Maybe it's just the heat. He doesn't do
that. I mean, there are situations like that as well. How the hell do they not see me right now? Explain to me this. If you've played, again, any of these Assassin's Creed games before this extensively to any rate, you'll know that getting past two guards that are having a conversation is incredibly difficult. Why? Because one's looking one way, the other's looking the other way, and the fact that they're talking doesn't distract them at all. Here, two talking guards are basically blind, deaf, and, well, have all sorts of mental disabilities added to that as well. So I guess the game is in a bit of a way a score attack type. Yeah, you can also do this, which is very cool. It's like their way of progressing the level. Which again, I say the game isn't 2D. People often call it 2D. Well, it is and it isn't. Like, it isn't just a 2D game. But I haven't talked about enough about the graphics, I suppose, have I? Apart from the lack of any graphical options whatsoever in the menu, the game looks fairly decent. Though there is a heavy amount of film grain on the screen, which I really dislike. A game that there are games that do film grain really well. Especially stealth games and score attack games like this one, but the amount of film grain really does get distracting, and it gets a bit dull, doesn't it? So in terms of graphical critique, if you will, if I can call it that, the only thing that really gets in the way is this film grain. The colours are very vibrant. I really like the art style, and it happening in India seems to very much fit everything that's going on with this game. Now I have this. I have no idea what this is. It is a... Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm assuming I have to do this. Absolutely. Okay. And leap of faith. Get where I... Oh, no, get here. Okay. You get different ratings for each segment of the game, which I think is very cool, but I don't know how... Okay, that was a bit stupid, and actually it's understandable that they noticed that.
Who's there? Intruder!
Shit. Yep, wasn't going to survive that. The game does give you different scores for different parts of the stealth missions, I suppose, if you want to call them that. Which, fair enough, works, but I don't think it's that important if you're going to go at this game from a score attack perspective. You gain basically the best score you can get, if you're interested in that sort of thing, is not being seen at all, and I think not taking out any of not killing any of the guards on the level. I assume there will be missions where you are required to kill a certain target, but you're never required to kill guards, I don't think. What I don't like is that guy can hear me lowering this regardless of what happens. That's a bit iffy. Okay, and that thing then goes back to its default state. There are some segments that are slower, some that are faster, so against the pacing is interesting enough. I mean, it works maybe not exactly the way you'd expect it to of a stealth game. There are some bits that you will just sprint through. There are others where you simply won't be able to do that. The game will require you to, well, think a lot more than in other segments. So, what we're going to do here, I can hear him coming. We need to take this guy out. Come here. Turn around. Turn around.
You, stop!
You're not supposed to kill the guards, but, oh well. Sucks to be him. Pretty sure that's not what you're supposed to say in these situations, but, oh well. Also, another thing that might be a bit illogical here, you saw the guard walk through this door and then come out the one below me. I can't do that. Why was that a thing? I'm an assassin, I shouldn't be... I thought that was an alarm that I could disable. Again, I'm thinking still in terms of the previous Assassin's Creed games, like Syndicate and Unity and stuff like that. It's a very different game, you know. It is set in the Assassin's Creed universe, but if we're honest, it is a very, very different game. If it isn't obvious from the get-go. Yeah, you're still an assassin, but mechanically speaking, the game is vastly different. That said, I think it's worth mentioning that this is... I haven't played a lot of this game, which is why this is the first impressions on a review. It might sound like it's a review. It is not. I didn't want to show you any story bits, but this is very early on in the game. Basically, I completed the first segment, if I can call it that. But yeah, other than that, I want to talk about something else. The key selling point, no pun intended, of these games are their price. They're usually a lot cheaper than, well, not usually, they are a lot cheaper than the AAA Assassin's Creed games.
Templars are here first.
And which is usually why people tend to get these other than, in comparison to others. They have money for this, they might not have $60 to cough up for Unity or Syndicate or something like that. Then again, these games do go on sale eventually, but this is a good thing to sort of pick up that's in the Assassin's Creed universe and not $60, which is a bit of a rarity nowadays. So, you can also do that. Lovely. You will notice a incredible lack of the hidden blades,
This way!
which comes as a bit of a surprise to me, if I'm honest. I expected this guy to have a hidden blade for like takedowns and stuff like that. They decided to stick with one big giant sword on his back, which is okay considering the entire aspect of this is happening in India, and it really does need some variety as to everything going on with the assassins and whatnot. So, there are also elite guards, just to clarify. Obviously we're going up against the evil British Empire again, but there are elite guards as well, as you can see over there. So enemy variety is, I'd say, acceptable for a stealth game of this type. You don't need 50 different basic infantry types. You only really need one because, again, it's a stealth game. You're not exactly going to be fighting each and every one of them, and they don't need to be subtly different to make the game more interesting. So yeah, there's various types of guards with different reactions to whatever you tend to do. There's animals as well. I've seen a pet tiger, which can alert the guards if you get close to him. It sort of tends to roar at you. And, yeah, enemy variety is fairly okay.
Not the way you spell.
The game's telling me to.
That's what I said.
Huh.
The problem with this job is that every day might be the last one.
See, this is a bit of a downside to the entire 2D aspect. I want to cut that
A lot easier
rope.
work than this place.
It won't let me.
too
It's obvious why, but you would be able to from here, wouldn't you? So, yeah.
Who's there?
Not much happening.
Okay.
A few moments of calm is just what I need.
Yeah, I understand what I need to do. I just need to do
Where did
it.
they go?
Yep, I just threw him off the map. Not a lot of games let you do that, so. And yes, I'm only shedding blood for the purposes of a YouTube video. I wouldn't do this like this in other situations, I suppose. So I guess we stand like here, and okay, this is a bit finicky. This is totally gonna cut through the rope, right? Yeah, okay. And we progress onwards. So it does definitely have the price to go back to my argument. It does definitely have the price going for it.
It's too hot for anyone to call.
Oh, I forget you can also do this.
Been all over myself.
I think that's almost
Fair amount.
the exact same animation as Mark of the Ninja. Mind you, there's not exactly a lot of ways of doing that, but it looks almost like frame for frame the same, which reminded me a lot of Mark of the Ninja when talking about it, actually.
Hoping to stay
When
out
I
of trouble
decided
for a
to
few
think
more
about what I'm going to say about the game. So, I believe I've shown you practically everything there is to see. There are like annoying situations like this. You can't go forwards or backwards. Oh, you can. Well, never mind. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I was going to say, why can't I do this? Apparently I can, so.
Identify yourself.
It's a lot easier work than this place. It's too hot for anyone to call.
Okay, shh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. The silence is deafening. Don't worry about a thing, okay?
Identify yourself.
No.
Over there!
No need to identify myself. Bye. I can't... Oh yeah, these things, balconies like this, they're basically a safe spot, because they can't get to you here, from there to here,
We are watching for you!
They can't do anything. Sorry, I've spoiled the game a little bit, but it's the God's honest truth. You see that window? So do I. Can I go through it? Definitely. Can he go through it? Maybe. I don't exactly see a way. What was the point of me going up here again?
You! Stop! Assassin!
I guess the game wants me to go that way? No, you can't go over that wall. Never mind. In case you couldn't tell, I'm bad. at stealth games. Very bad. In terms of combat, light attack, heavy attack, and maybe a few different...
Identify yourself.
I
Assassin!
didn't know you could do that. Maybe a few different, like, block maneuvers and a pistol maybe we'll get or something like that later on in the game, but it's fairly basic. Again, not most of the game, so it only makes sense that they will not exactly give you a lot in the way of that. I don't think there is also a block button to sort of do it by attacking at the correct time. You can brawl your way through a level, especially if you brawl enough. You're gonna get good at it, but I don't recommend it. Let's
Identify
try and do it
yourself.
here.
Over there!
Now, is it going to jump? Yeah, never mind. Don't brawl. You're not gonna have as much fun. Trust me. If stealth doesn't exactly appeal to you, my advice would be don't try and brawl your way through this. Not that type of game. You can do it in Assassin's Creed, Unity, Syndicate, and every other Assassin's Creed. But,
stop!
In Chronicles,
Assassin!
not really. So I guess the only thing left for me to say is that the next Assassin's Creed installment, the next Assassin's Creed Chronicles installment will happen in China, and that one I am looking forward to more than the India one. As you sort of get India. There's British troops occupation and all that. You sort of understand India to be, it's a colony, so it shares similarities with America and with other colonies of the British Empire at the time. But China is not something that we've explored at all in the Assassin's Creed universe, and I can't wait to see a Chinese badass assassin. Apparently the protagonist is going to be female, which is a bit iffy, not from a equality standpoint or anything, but India, male dude in love with a princess. China, I guess, badass Chinese chick. It's a bit stereotypical, but okay, I guess, fair enough. That's all from me, I believe. I haven't gotten anywhere near completion in terms of this level, so I guess I'm going to try and shut up now and focus and let you know exactly.
Gives me time to think.
Well, I'm basically trying to complete the level. I'm overcomplicating this sentence.
Where did they go?
No, it just seems like there's something important going on. And the last thing we need is something to come along and derail.
There's also one thing I noticed in the tutorial level. That type of assassination didn't work for some reason. It does now, but it didn't work in the tutorial level, which was a bit awkward. But again, the tutorials. It does its it serves its purpose, but not exactly amazing. By which I mean like the first segment of the game, which is fairly heavily tutorialized.
So I can get a few more in before retirement.
But in terms of an actual tutorial, like the little cutscenes that you get, it serves its, it does its job. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It doesn't really.
Who's there? Intruder!
Help!
I guess it doesn't work when they're alerted, which only makes sense. Yep, that was a bit stupid. Okay. I wonder, can I go around? I think that would be a great example of showing you something. I'm doing this more of a sort of justifying the views, I suppose, because I haven't exactly shown a lot of the game. Okay, so wait for him to walk away. I wonder, is there a way for me to get on the other side? Because it would totally make sense from a Assassin's Creed standpoint. I guess you can't do that. Even though there is a straight route over there, as you can see in the background. I can clearly get up on that balcony. I can't right now.
You! Stop!
And the game just started lagging horribly. I think I'm running out of hard drive space.
You!
So basically there isn't anything else to say about the game. I've messed up again. Yeah, lovely. I'm gonna shut up now and let you listen to some of the music because I think that's the other important thing, and it won't let me change it from the game menu, will it? Oh, great. Well, I'm eventually gonna shut up and let you listen to the music and then maybe focus on getting past this level and share a bit more of the game. I feel like I owe you that. But other than that, I think the music's very fitting. Being in India and everything, I think it does its job well enough. And in terms of the art style, I'm just going to mention one more thing. I compared this game a lot to Mark of the Ninja, and you can see why that's a very good and reasonable comparison. But that said, can I not grapple onto anything over here? No, I need to kill the guy down there. Never mind. Getting distracted. You can see why that's a good comparison, but I think, at least in personal preference, Mark of the Ninja had a better art style associated with it. I just got a genius idea. Hold on, maybe I can.
Where'd they go?
Hold on. Can I not throw this through there? Okay, that's one major oversight. Oh, sorry, not oversight. Oh, just it could be. There isn't a window there, and I can't throw it through. Okay.
Who's there? Over there!
It's a lot easier work.
Fine. Let's come here.
It's too hot for it.
Over
So
here!
that. You didn't see anything. Shut up. So now I'm gonna shut up and let you listen to some of the actual in-game stuff because I feel like I owe you more.
You better run!
More content in the game itself, and well, I'll just randomly end the video. So I guess I might as well say it now. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, goodbye. Take care.
Where are you, Hamid? Where did they take you? Looks like Hamid at least put up a good fight. If I follow Hamid's blood trail, it should lead me straight to him.
His name's Hamid, or something. He's the mentor of the assassins. Like I said, he knows all about whatever it is Major Sleeman's after.
Not much happening at the moment.
Good. A few moments of calm is just what I need right now.
Identify yourself. Assassin! Here! Help! Over here! There!
ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ
The blood trail leads down here. Time to take a shortcut.
What plans have we?
Nothing fancy.
Got it.
Not the way you spend it.
I need to find an officer. He'll know the whereabouts of Hamid. I'll need to remain unseen, though. These officers are often cowards who will flee at the first sign of danger.
Nothing.
Me and you need to have a little talk.
Please! I don't know what you're talking about!
I followed my friend's blood trail out here.
I'm sorry for your friend, but I don't remember him. A lot of people have passed through here today.
You better remember him, quickly. The rope you're tied to is old and frayed. I don't know how long it'll hold.
Wait! Wait! I remember him!
Go on.
He was here. They took him to the main Templar building at the edge of town. It's a fortress. You'll never get in, but I can help you. Pull me up. I'll take you to your friend.
I'll take my chances alone.
Wait! You said you'd pull me up! You can't leave me here!